morning, guys, or maybe good evening, depending on where you are. I'm currently at a 12-hour time difference here in Bali, Indonesia, 12 hours with the East Coast. And in this video, I want to give you a little tour of my Airbnb here in Bali. I'm paying only $259 a month for this place, which is absolutely amazing considering just how great it is. I would have expected that this would cost a lot more. So I wanted to give you a tour, and I'm also going to tell you a little bit about how I found the place. And yeah, for those of you who are maybe interested in doing some traveling, I know some of you are getting inspired by my videos and realizing that there are all of these other possibilities out there. You don't have to stay put. You can, with some choices and some effort and some sacrifices, you can liberate yourself to go traveling. And so I'll talk also a little bit more about that as a woman traveling alone and how to find places to stay. So hi Sandy. Sandy, I was just responding to your message. So anyways, without further ado, let's get to a place where I can. So here's my little spot. I was writing in my journal this morning with a cup of tea. Hey Brianna. I got a yoga mat for myself, which is really awesome because it's part of my self-care. My little juicies. Let me show you the view here. So there's this little courtyard here. I got this beautiful Ganesha statue. Love me some Ganesha, you know. If you've been watching my videos, you know. So it's a perfect synchronicity that that's there, and then this great jungle view. And then there are other places, other people around. I have a neighbor on this side, and then down there, downstairs there are a few more units. So, wow, look at that jungle. And then over there, there's hi Terry, hi Aaron. There's a river down there. So let me take you around. So here is the bedroom with a huge king-size bed. I got my fan going. It is pretty hot, but between the fan and the air conditioning up there, it is really, really nice. Tori, am I staying in a spot? No, this is just a regular family compound, a regular family place. So I was just sitting here doing a video call with my niece for her birthday. What I love about this place is they give me ample counter space, like storage space. Like I remember when I stayed at a place in Bali last time, there was like literally just a bed and nothing else. And there was no place to put any stuff. So I really like that I have all this place to put my stuff. And I got my little detox. I got my little heart tonic. I got some bee propolis. I got my minerals. And this is my fire cider, but it's pretty much done. But actually, funny thing, one of the first things I bought was apple cider vinegar. So you can see how much apple cider vinegar and fire cider I've gone through since being here. This is a microcosmo. This is a probiotic digestive aid. And this is really interesting because this is my, so I brought 2 journals with me. One of them I started writing before the pranayama class, and then I stopped and I picked up a separate journal for pranayama class. But there's still all this like space. Actually, Elizabeth Sparks, you gifted me this journal. So it's cool because this journal is from when I just got the idea I wanted to go to Bali, and so I'm reading back at the end of May my inspiration and just like the feelings I was going through. I feel this new call to Bali has reinvigorated me with a whole new drive and vitality. I even got the inspiration to sell some bracelets and hummingbirds to help me cover the costs. I can send them on the long layover in the States. Let's see. First thing to figure out is that new credit card where I can earn the miles and then make all my purchases through that with the expectation and plan to pay it off in the balance in full. So I can feel my consuming excitement, and I know I need to go slow. In fact, slowing down and grounding in feels like one of the most important keys in this process, especially while I'm there in Bali, so I can really just enjoy myself and not get flustered and overwhelmed. I have everything I need to be at peace. So yeah, it's cool to read my words, and then soon I'll be picking up the pages once I finish my other journal. So anyways, let's keep going on the tour. Oh, hi, yes, Amanda, we're live. You did it. So, I got some new clothes. I got this really cool Ganesha t-shirt. I got this beautiful skirt. Oh, I should show you guys this skirt. I'll show you later. And then here's my little bathroom. So here's my little bathroom setup. Got all my little earrings. These are all my products. This is just toothpaste, dry shampoo, and face oil that I made from the oils. Yeah, I got some little hangers here. Oh, I got this awesome dress. Oh my God. I can't wait to show you guys this dress. This is really cool. Sandra, I will be here. Actually, so I just extended. I did have this room only for a month. And then yesterday I sent the woman a message saying I'd like to extend 2 more weeks. Oh, Sandy, thank you. Tracy, do I still have my other home? Yeah, so that's the cool thing about this trip. Normally, in the past, when I would travel, I would give up my house. I would give up the place I was staying because I couldn't afford the rent, or I didn't know when I was coming back. There were all these uncertainties, so it just made a lot more sense just to move out, right? But this time, I didn't move out. I have Saul staying and taking care of the dogs. In fact, he sent me a video of Stella yesterday, happily snoozing on the couch. So that's cool. I'm still going home. And I checked with him, Saul, how do you feel if I stay a bit longer? He's like, yes, that works even better for me. So it looks like I'm gonna stay out for probably like 2 months, which is great because I'm out here, you know, and there's so much great stuff happening, and I might as well kind of live it up because I don't know when the next time I'll be able to, or the next time I will choose to go travel will be. And that's one thing I want to be really intentional about with my language. Sometimes people will look and they'll be like, oh, you're so lucky that you're doing this. And I'm like, I think it's less about luck and more about like courage and choices. That's like calling me lucky for doing this is like me saying, oh, you're so lucky you have a mortgage on a house. You'd probably be like, it's not luck, it's choices, right? So yeah, so it's choices. So, oh, I can show you the kitchen. Let's keep going. Oh, that fan. So it doesn't mean it's an easy choice to make, but like you could make the choice to go travel if you wanted to. You probably have to face some fears. You probably have to save up some money. You probably have to maybe work a little harder, or maybe find some extra gigs, extra jobs, extra sources of income. You probably have to ask people for help. You probably have to have some difficult conversations with some people telling them that you're leaving, and they may not like that, and they might try to scare you. You might have to, yeah, just face like your own beliefs around what's possible. So it's not luck, it's more about courage. Steven, then yeah, I'll go back to Guatemala. So Guatemala is my home, and I'm building my home there. I'm building my home in Guatemala, so yeah. Yeah, exactly, Claudia. Luck's got nothing to do with it. All right, let's keep going. So here's my little kitchen. And I have I'm not really cooking any food here because the food in Guatemala is so great here, but I am making lots of teas. So these are part of what helps me ground myself. And, so here's my little tea that I made this morning. Yeah, it's all about choices. And you know what? When people say it's luck, oh, you're lucky to do it, they're actually giving their power away. And they're speaking victimese. Oh, I can't do that because the world is not letting me, or my family doesn't let me, or like some external thing. What I do is dependent on this thing, and this thing is not letting me do it. It's like, okay, well, that sounds like you're not taking responsibility for creating the life that you want. It sounds like you're waiting for someone or something else to like give it to you, and that's not really how it works. I mean, yeah, a certain life can just be handed to you, but typically that's the life that doesn't really please you, you know? Oh, Kim, you missed the tour. Okay, we'll go back really quickly. So here's my little patio space. I got a yoga mat. I got my desk. Yeah, Justine, we had the full moon last night. Tori, question, other than your cell phone, are you basically tech-free? I did bring my laptop because I need to work on the newsletter, my monthly newsletter. But other than that, I'm basically tech-free, and I keep my phone away most of the time. Like a lot of times I just completely forget to check my messages, and that can also be a problem. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. So here's my nice huge king size bed. I got my little ukulele. I love to play, you guys know. Here's my other desk. I love having two desks. Clean desk, a little bit messier desk. Here's my ukulele, but I got this really cool yoga mat bag. So I'll leave the yoga mat here, but Kelly, that's funny. Yeah, and then plenty of counter space for my clothes. There's my computer. I have not used it yet. Here's all my cacao. I'm excited to use that. There's my travel bags down there. I got this beautiful skirt, towels hanging up. Little bathroom set up here. Got my little bathtub there. Nice. So pretty sweet. So Tori, originally I got this place for a month, but I just yesterday told them that I want to go for an extra 2 weeks. So we'll see how that works out. So Airbnb, you guys have probably heard of Airbnb. Have you ever gone to the website? Have you used it? So if there's a place that you want to go, just go start looking around Airbnb for places that are available. And there's an option. If you select the month option, the prices will go down significantly. So it's a much cheaper price to stay for 30 days than to stay for like 2 or 3 nights. So that's one of the reasons I got this place for only $259 for a month, which is amazing considering. Temple party. Oh yeah. So yesterday when I went to my old neighborhood of Ubud, which turns out is the oldest, it's like the original village in Bali that started all of Bali. I went there yesterday and I met a very, very sweet man named Deva. I was actually pulling up to the temple and there were these men sitting, hanging out, and they saw my ukulele and they're like, oh, can you play music? And so I was like, yes, of course. Do you like Ganesha? And I was like, we love Ganesha. So I just started making music, and I was singing my Ganesha song, and this one guy, David, was like, I can show you this like really cool Ganesha statue in the rice fields, and he had a good vibe about him, so I felt good about it. So I was like, yeah, show me. So it turns out he's like a tour guide regularly for tourists, and so he took me on this like beautiful walk through the rice fields to this Ganesha statue that looked like it was about 20,000 years old. It was just, wow, it was so worn by time, and it was just so special and so, yeah. And then he took me through like the back way to the back of the temple and showed me the spots in the river where he would play as a child and talk to me about, how Bali's changed and, what it's like and culture and yeah, it was just like this really great experience. And then he invited me, he told me that today, for the full moon, there is a birthday party for, the local temple. And I'm invited, so it's like this traditional Balinese ceremony, and so I'm going there today. I'm going to borrow the Balinese clothes from his sister, and they're going to dress me up, and we're going to do the whole temple ceremony tonight, and I'm going to get to carry the flowers as offerings, which is like awesome. So here, let me show you. Liz has said, can get rooms for $100. Yeah, you can always get rooms for cheaper. The last time I was in Bali, I got a room even cheaper, but it wasn't as nice as this. So it's like, do you want to go as cheap as possible, or do you want to balance with what really like nourishes you and takes care of you? Like last time I got a cheaper room, I didn't have a kitchen, I didn't have any furniture, I didn't have any place for my stuff, so my stuff was just on the floor. There was like mold on the walls. So I think this is a really good deal because I'm really comfortable and it's really clean and it's really just like lovely. So yeah. So here we go. So let me show you the little courtyard there. So I got my little broom. So in the morning I sweep my little broom. I sweep with my little. Let's go this way. Yeah, and speaking of which, that last time I was here, I was in that mindset of like, I didn't want to spend any money. I was super cheap. I would just like buy the cheapest food. I would stay in the. I was not nearly as nourished as I am when I am willing to invest a little bit more in, yeah, what makes me feel good. You know, like I'm worth spending more than $1 a meal. Like I've been getting just great. I'm eating so much and so well, and it's like $5 a meal. Okay, great. Like a really fancy meal. Okay, $10. Like awesome. So then I got my Ganesha statue here, which is such a beautiful synchronicity. When I was in that breathwork course, I connected with Ganesha, and then now I'm here, and it's just like Ganesha everywhere all the time. Hi, Elizabeth. Hey, honey. Yeah, exactly. Enjoy the nicer room. Don't penny pinch on yourself. Don't skimp. Don't cut corners on yourself. You know. Yeah, Kim. Like rent here can be really cheap. Like Bali is a really affordable place. You can find things so cheap here. You can also find things really expensive here. The more you're willing to pay, the more luxury you get. That's it. That bird, Lisa, no, it's just, jungle. And show us the meals. Oh, yeah, I've been taking pictures of all my meals. Okay, show this. Let's go this way really quick. Hi, Ganesha. Good morning. Good morning. This rat symbolizes a demon that he overcame, and now it's like his little pet. I think that's the way to do it, you know? You make friends with your demons. And then here are my little guards. These are my security guards. They're like the bouncers at the club. She loves the rooster. It's great. Down there is another Ganesha. A month. Yeah, $250 a month. And then you notice here it's like lots of apartments, lots of like families. Like you live in a family. So they you know how in the United States how people are like kind of isolated? Like you have your separate house, your separate thing, right? Here in Bali, the families just like live together. There's such a sense of like community and togetherness. There's very little like separation in that way. So yeah, so I have just one neighbor on that side. I think she's gone out. No, I saw her go out. So and then here's my little fridge. I'm not putting anything in it. What's the water? Not my water. Here's my little tea. Yeah, so pretty sweet. All my needs are really beautifully met. I'm not skimping. There's no mold on the walls. Like super affordable, super comfortable. And yeah. My gosh, I can't wait to show you guys this dress. It's so pretty. All right, guys, I am going to get going. Oh, Lakshmi. Jane, you resonate with Lakshmi. Lakshmi is all about like prosperity and abundance. Ganesha is about like removing the obstacles to your path, like removing the obstacles to your success, to your like well-being. It's about like knowledge. It's about like security, safety, protection. It's very like, so the reason why I connected with Ganesha so much in the pranayama course was that, so your kundalini energy, it's like your life force energy that, when you awaken it, it's like a kundalini awakening. It's very super powered, but it's all about coming into your highest vitality and alignment, right? And they say that when you want to start working with your kundalini energy to really awaken it, you have to ask Ganesha for permission, because Ganesha is the force that is sort of like the gatekeeper in your root chakra and your Mula Bandha chakra. And so in the course, I said, okay, Ganesha, like I asked permission to work with you, like I asked permission to work with this energy for the highest good. Like, may I have permission? And then we were told to really pay attention to the signs, like really pay attention to like the symbol, like the symbolic language of life. So notice if you suddenly see like a Ganesha tattoo right in front of you. Notice if you suddenly see like this, or like notice. And then I like really humbly made this prayer to ask to work with these like life force energies. And then I come here and it's just like Ganesha all the time, everywhere. So it's just like cool. So it's an energy that really helps me. I also noticed when I was traveling, I've never had such an easeful travel where things just like aligned and opened up, and like I thought there was an obstacle or a challenge, and then suddenly it was like resolved. Ganesha is a really great one to work with. It can also relate to like material success, like abundance, knowledge, physical safety. A lot of those, like, in a lot of ways, like those root chakra things. Like he's an elephant-headed god, like very heavy, very grounded, very like stable. The son of Shiva and Parvati. So that's also why like I'm really into singing the Ganesha mantra right now. Maybe you've heard me. Oh, it's so good. So there you have it. So $250, $259 for a month, not bad. And so I extended for another 2 weeks, and it cost me $121 for another 2 weeks here at this place. So it's like, Tina asked, am I sleeping well? I'm starting to sleep better. Yeah. I oh my god, I've had such a good day yesterday. I've been having so much fun. I went to the Dulu, I went to the temple, I got to meet Deva, and then I came back in time to have this like Indian food buffet at Yoga Barn, and then do this like Bhakti Kirtan, just singing, and oh my god, my heart felt so full. I was driving my motorbike back at night, and it was just like, I am feeling so much joy. And then I got to bed a little late, probably close to around 10 o'clock. For me, that's late. Ideally, I want to go to bed between 9 and 9:30. 9:30 typically. So I got to bed at 10 o'clock, and then now I'm waking up around 6, which is good. Before I was waking up at 4:30. I actually like that better because it gives me more time in the morning. But there have been times in my life, I remember, where I was so depressed, where I would try to sleep as late as possible so there was less of the day to have to deal with. And now, do you know that feeling? Does anyone know that feeling? It's like, ugh, God, just, horrible. But now it's like, oh, I want to sleep less because there's so much goodness in the day that I want more of it, right? So it's like waking up at 4:30 just gives me more of the good stuff, So, Trisha, I didn't see your... Oh, hi, Michelle. Hi, honey. Are they bugs? Yeah, Terry, there's some bugs, but it's okay. Hi, Trisha. Larimar, yeah. Actually, I got this Larimar in Bali last time. Yes. Yeah. Okay, I will... Okay, just because someone asked, and I love to sing this song, I'm gonna do it for you. It's my jam. Oh, and it turns out one of the prayers that I sing, the Gayatri mantra, is like one of the most popular prayers here in Bali. And so I was singing it to those guys yesterday, and they were all like, "It's our prayer." You may have heard me sing the song already. I'm practicing a lot because it's my jam. Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Jai Jai. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Ganesha, oh. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Ganesha, oh. So I wrote that one. I've been working on it the past, like, I would say 3 or 4 days, just practicing. It's like literally like one line came through, like one thing came through, and just kind of building. And yeah, and so I played that for the local men yesterday, and they really liked it. And that's how I got the invitation to, well, that's how I got the walk to the Ganesha statue in the rice field, and then the invitation to the ceremony. It's the music. The music opened up the doors. Okay, guys, yeah, Julie, if you sing that in your head, it's stuck in my head. It's a good prayer to really just open the way. Just open the way. What is it that you want? Where do you want to go? Open the way, Lord. Open the way. Like, that's essentially the prayer. Yeah, Sunny, I can definitely hear the difference. You know, I've been doing a lot of work to open myself, open my voice. You know, it's not just about talent, either you have or you don't. Like, there are fears that need to be unlocked. There's like throat chakra closing that, like, we can't speak, you know, because there's something that happened in our past and things just closed down. And that can happen with your different chakras with corresponding mental, physical, and emotional symptoms that come up. So it's not about treating the symptom, it's about treating the underlying imbalance and fixing that imbalance, and then things resolve. Not to say we don't need like medicine and things, but it's all part of the process, right? And healing is really a process, and we have to go deep to get to where is the blockage, where is the imbalance, and address that, and then wow, now, right? So yeah. Amanda, where was the hotel, the movie, the beach we filmed at? You stayed at once. Yeah, that crappy, cheap place that I stayed at. That was they almost use it for the beach. That was in Bangkok. That was in Bangkok, in Thailand. Nice. Yeah. So. So it's possible to travel alone as a woman. In fact, I think it's really important to travel alone, especially as a woman. What I really enjoy about traveling alone is that I'm no longer basing my choices and what I want to do on somebody else. I get to really decide, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? What do I want to do today? What calls me? And I'm no longer just basing my reality on other people's preferences and judgments and desires and deficiencies or situations. Like, it's a time for me when I really get to connect to myself. And yeah, there are challenging moments, but that's like life. Being in another country does not necessarily mean that you're going to be unsafe. I think that no matter where we go, we can be safe or unsafe. I think it depends on how we walk in the world. I think if we're walking in the world from a place of like fear, we become an easy target. But if I walk in the world from a place of like, I know I'm safe, I know I'm strong, I know I'm capable, I know I can do this, then the world opens up and reflects that back to me, right? So I would say my greatest asset is my courage, and that's something that everyone has, but not necessarily everyone uses. So I can teach people some things, but really the greatest thing I can encourage you to do is flex your own courage, to step up and do the thing that you really want to do that maybe you're afraid to do. I'm not here I can't hold anyone's hand, I can't do it for you, but I can reflect back to you your own strength and your own capability and your own possibilities when you align with what it is that's calling to you and step through the fear, because the fears are always going to be there, but they're not real. Like, the thing that you're afraid of is not necessarily real. And so I think my greatest assets are my courage and my faith. And my willingness to really just listen to myself and to take a chance on myself and to take a risk on myself, to give myself what it is that I really want. And, you know, that's a process. I don't necessarily know from the start exactly what I want every step of the way, but I'm willing to ask myself certain questions, and I'm willing to sit with those questions and see what arises and see what signs. I mentioned the symbolic language of life, the symbolic language of the universe, the symbolic language with which God speaks to us, right? We have to have the eyes to see. It's not always going to be very clear. We have to sort of like be willing to see the messages as they're being presented to us, and then to step forward and follow the path where it may lead us, follow the breadcrumbs. That's why I always like to say, I'm giving you a breadcrumb. I can't do it for you, but I can place something in your path that you can pick up and then see where it leads you, right? But it's you who must do the work, to take the steps, to pray, to have the eyes to see, to recognize and take action when it's presented to you, because that's all that I've done. I've had a longing in my heart. I came from a difficult situation where I felt trapped, where there didn't seem like any way, where it didn't seem like I could afford it, where it didn't seem possible. And I was willing to believe, I was willing to dream, I was willing to make some affirmations, I was willing to set some goals that felt at the time super impossible. And then I was willing to follow through and find new ways to make money, find new ways to do this, find the way, seek. I was willing to seek. So seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened upon you, right? Ask, and it shall be given. Hey, we're working with some pretty cosmic laws here, man. And you're not the exception. You're the rule. You can do it. Yeah. Thank you, Jill. Julia, you so look forward to having my book on audio. Well, Julia, if you join the High Vibe Tribe, you can get the first 5 chapters. It's right there, so you can listen to it, and it's free. So you could literally join for $10 a month, get the book, and then leave if you want, and there's $10. Nice. Okay, guys, it's 8:42. I gotta get on my mat, do some yoga, and then get to class. Oh, today I am speaking of following what feels good and what is aligned with what interests me. I went down the wrong road the other day, and I randomly stumbled upon this herbal place, this place that makes plant products, like face creams and products, lip balms and all this stuff. And it turns out they give a class. So today I am going to be taking a class on how to make these herbal products. So I'm really excited. So we're going to be in a garden, and I don't know what we're going to be doing. So I have my codependency meeting. We're doing a step study group. So I'm going to be working my steps, and then go to an herbal class, and then go to the ceremony in Bedulu, the traditional Indonesian ceremony, where I'm going to get all dressed up. So I'm pretty excited about it. Julia, where do you sign up for your class with the book? So Julia, that's not a class. So down below, you'll see in the pinned comment, excuse me, down below you'll see the pinned comment about the High Vibe Tribe. So the High Vibe Tribe is my supporter page here within this page. It's a smaller, more intimate group of people where we get to know each other. It's a really loving, just family vibe, very inclusive. You're welcome. Anyone and everyone is welcome to come join us. Just come, let us love on you. I do perks and fun stuff in that group to incentivize and really make it worth your money. It's $10 a month, and that includes a Zoom call. So we have our Zoom call tomorrow, my morning, your evening. I also posted my audiobook in there for free. It's also where I sold the bracelets. It was kind of like my test group, So it's a smaller group where I put things out before it goes out to the general public. So I've been sharing the design of my house in that group. I've been sharing a lot of behind the scenes stuff in that group. And it's a great thing. It's a great thing to be a part of. We have a lot of fun. And you could just try and come see it. Come check it out for a month. See if you like it. If not, drop out. No worries. But yeah. Okay, guys. I love you, love you, love you. Love you, love you, love you. Love you, love you. I hope today you, really engage that process of really listening to yourself. Asking yourself, these important questions of where do I want to go for myself? Thanks, Rose. Um, what do I want for myself? Not because I'm following a man, not because I'm following someone else, not because I'm just tacking on to what someone else wants. Like, what is my preference? What do I want for me? What do I want to eat today? What do I want to do today? Because it makes me happy. Flex that muscle. Flex that muscle. Elaine asked, are the bracelets all gone? No, I still have a bunch of bracelets, but they're not for sale yet. I need to time it when I'm going back to the States so I can mail them, because I can't mail them from Guatemala. Hi, Peace. Hi, honey. So, yeah, we'll hear more about that later. Okay, guys, I love you. Have a beautiful evening. Have a beautiful day. Whatever it is, whatever you're having, I hope it's beautiful, and I hope you're really saying good prayers and staying open to how they want to come through in your life. Thank you. Om Gam Ganapatahe Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatahe Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatahe Namaha. Ganesha Om.